Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces October 5, 2024. With the Sun and Mercury in your solar house connecting by a parallel aspect, there can be a greater need than usual for personal, private time. While you are inclined to look within for answers now, it can be a good time to converse. You're in a favorable position for solving problems, making sense of the past, and drawing up plans for the future. Others may seek your advice or wisdom. However, as the day advances, you may need to improve or adjust something you thought was complete. There could be vague disappointments or waning motivation for something you've been working on or towards. As well, try to avoid getting too worked up about what others are doing or thinking, and keep a lower profile than usual. Try not to overthink things, though it can be a real tendency now with Mercury forming an awkward angle to Saturn. Obligations can eat up your time, so it makes sense to clear up your duties rather than avoid them as they tend to hang in your aura anyhow. It's not a time for bold moves, but you're in good shape for doing some weighing of pros and cons. Destiny is singing particularly loudly now. A solar arrived in Lib. Ra, the air zodiac sign symbolized by the scales. Whenever this happens, we are encouraged to align with others and interact. We crave balance and harmony in our lives, but we achieve this through relationships and organizing ourselves in ways that we can work more cohesively with others. Embrace this energy as it begins to creep in. Partnerships always take the spotlight during important lunations in Libra. Destiny is blasting a door wide open for you. How can you handle work stressors differently? Some old emotional wounds might be triggered throughout your workday since the moon in Libra will oppose Chiron retrograde in Aries. The cosmic energy will bring your pains to the forefront of your mind. A coworker could say something that hurts your feelings, or a situation may play out in a way that causes you to feel sad. Although it is disheartening to have something like this happen, the cosmic energy will remind you that you can change how you choose to address these issues. Today's planetary aspect could make you feel a bit looser than you normally do. Yes, loose. Unsure about what you think, more flexible about what you do, possibly more willing to be intimate or romantic with others. You are naturally curious. Channel this curiosity and newfound flexibility by exploring yoga and other exercise apps. Practice deep breathing to give your nervous and respiratory systems the boost they need. In your sentimental life, you are going to be on a cloud. Whether you are single or part of a couple, Cupid will be close by and seem to whisper sweet nothings in your ear that you should repeat for the pleasure of those close to you. Your charm will conquer everyone today and you will be filled with joy and love, and have great confidence in yourself. No one will be able to resist you. But don't think this will last because this kind of situation is usually short-lived. With Venus already in Scorpio and receiving significant support, your heart's desires are gaining the power to start becoming reality. As you approach the final month of your current solar, there is an opportunity to pause and reflect. While a new moon typically signifies new beginnings and future aspirations, today's eclipsing new moon occurs just 10 days after the Sun entered a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart. This alignment brings together the past, present, and future, allowing you to vie both what lies ahead and what has come before with equal clarity. What made Moon's friendly aspect to Uranus in your relationship sector and Pluto in your communication sector yesterday special, is that while it has moved on, they are still here. Until Pluto turns direct later next week, they are both in retrograde motion, and as this is the last time in our lifetime that he will be, this leaves you with everything needed to keep giving your relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Think back to a time when your reaction to a situation caught you off guard. Maybe someone said something that hit a nerve, or an unexpected challenge popped up that left you feeling frustrated. We've all been there. It's one of those moments where, in hindsight, we ask ourselves, why did I react that way? But here's the beautiful part, these moments, while uncomfortable, are opportunities in disguise. They're chances to evolve, to shift how we respond when the heat of the moment takes over. Yes, it's easier said than done, but every time we're triggered, we're gifted with a chance to grow. Imagine this: the next time you feel your frustration rising, instead of reacting immediately, you pause. You take a breath. Have you ever noticed that when you give yourself that small moment of space, a sense of clarity often follows? Suddenly, you're able to handle things with a calmer, more thoughtful approach. This simple practice of stepping back not only allows you to maintain your emotional balance but also transforms how you deal with difficult situations moving forward. It's like giving yourself a reset button in real time. And speaking of clarity, let's talk ABO. Those days when your mind feels like it's in overdrive, full of ideas, excitement, and inspiration, but also a bit scattered. You know the feeling, right? One moment you're thinking about a new project, and the next, another idea pops up, and suddenly, you're unsure where to start. It's exciting, but it can also feel a little overwhelming. Today, try focusing on one thing. Just one. Write down all those other amazing ideas and come back to them later, but for now, give your full attention to a single goal. You'll find that when you narrow your focus, the progress you make is much more powerful and satisfying. Sometimes, simplicity is the key to unlocking your creativity and making a real impact. Right now, your powers of reasoning are in top form. You might find yourself seeing things more clearly than usual, recognizing what's truly important in your life. This is such a gift. Have you ever been through a tough phase and later realized how grateful you were for those moments of clarity that helped guide you through? Today, you're in one of those moments. By paying attention to what matters most right now, whether it's in your personal life, career, or relationships, you're setting yourself up for success down the road. When life feels uncertain later, you'll be able to look back on this time with confidence, knowing you made decisions based on what truly aligns with your values. On the financial front, you might be feeling the need for a little extra security, and that's completely understandable. We all want to feel like we have our feet on solid ground. But here's a gentle reminder: being cautious doesn't mean you have to deny yourself all the pleasures in life. Sometimes, when we're in saving mode or trying to be extra responsible, we can fall into the mindset that we can't indulge at all. But balance is key. Maybe today is the day to treat yourself to something small, something that brings a little extra joy into your life. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're planning for the future but also allowing yourself to enjoy the present. After all, life is meant to be lived. And here's the good news: the stars are in your favor when it comes to your financial instincts right now. So trust yourself. Whether you're thinking about an investment, negotiating a deal, or simply managing your budget, you've got the right energy to make smart choices. Have you ever had that feeling, that quiet, inner nudge, telling you you're making the right call even if it's something small? Today is offering you that very instinct, guiding you confidently through any financial decisions. The key here is to stay grounded and not let yourself get carried away with grand expectations. As long as you keep your goals realistic, you'll find that plenty of options and opportunities are opening up for you. And if there are any outstanding financial issues or loose ends to tie up, now is the perfect time to handle them. Chances are, they'll be resolved in your favor.